Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show. Muy buenos días, compañeros, y bienvenidos todos al Sugar City Morning Show. Hoy es el 10 de enero como nada, y son exactamente las 7:03. Un gran gusto saludarles hoy por la mañana y desearles todo lo mejor para el día de hoy. Compañeros, si sentiste temblar tu casa anoche, o tu cama, o tu sillón, o donde estabas, es porque sí hubo un temblor. Hubo un temblor justamente frente de nosotros, aquí en el Mar Caribe, fue con magnitud de 7.6, bastante fuerte. 7.6 de magnitud, y ocurrió exactamente a las 8 de la noche con 51 minutos y 32 segundos. Aproximadamente 152 millas de Puerto Lempira, norte de Puerto Lempira, en Honduras, y aproximadamente 189 millas suroeste de la isla Caimán. Compañeros, si es que has visitado el sitio web de United States Geological Service, te da una opción te invito a hacerlo, para indicar o reportar que tú también lo sentiste, donde sea que te encuentres. Esto es importante porque entonces es una recopilación de información. Y recién, hace como media hora, estuve en el sitio web y extrañamente, compañeros, muestra que todo Belice lo sintió. En particular, las gentes que han estado reportando es en el norte. No quiero decir de que el norte se sintió más. La gente que lo está reportando son del norte de Belice, al norte, algunos del Cayo, pero extrañamente hasta Mérida se sintió este temblor. Sí, hasta Mérida se sintió el temblor. Se sintió todo, Chetumal, Quintana Roo, Playa del Carmen, Quintana Roo, Mérida, Yucatán, y también se sintió fuertemente en Honduras y partes de otros países. Compañeros, demos gracias a Dios que no tuvimos un tsunami y que también no tuvimos ningún tipo de daño estructural, y mejor aún que no tuvimos ninguna muerte. Porque obviamente las muertes vienen cuando se les caen los edificios sobre de ellos, y otro tipo de cosa. Pero, compañeros, vamos puesto que ya tenemos algo que agradecer, algo más que agradecer, porque siempre tenemos algo que agradecer. Vamos recto a nuestra oración, dándole gracias a nuestro Creador. Padre, te damos las gracias por todo lo que haces por nosotros, por amarnos intensamente e incondicionalmente. Gracias, Padre, por todo, por la salud, por la vida, la salud y las fuerzas, por protegernos, no solo a mí, a mis familiares, amistades, sino a todo el país de Belice. Gracias, Padre, por esto. Te pedimos que continúes bendiciéndonos y cuidándonos y enseñándonos. Te pido, Padre, como siempre, por aquellos que más necesitan de tu ayuda, aquellos que están sufriendo, aquellos que acaban de perder un ser querido, aquellas personas que están enfermos, enfermas, en hospitales, en sus casas, aquellos niños desamparados, aquellos viejitos también desamparados, que nadie se preocupa de ellos, pero que tienen que luchar por su vida. Darles las fuerzas, Padre. Te pido también por todas aquellas personas que caminan por las calles sin saber dónde van, deprimidos. Te pido, Padre, también por todos nosotros que tenemos una necesidad u otra. Escucha nuestras oraciones, Padre, y bendícenos, cuídanos, como siempre lo has hecho. Gracias por ese amor que tienes para nosotros. Te bendecimos, te glorificamos y adoramos siempre. Amén. If you've just joined us, welcome. It's exactly 7:07, and this is the general weather forecast for today, Wednesday, January 10th. This report generated at 6 o'clock in the morning indicates the general situation as follows. Mainly fair, cool, and dry weather conditions prevail over our area. The 24-hour forecast, variably cloudy skies, with cool conditions and little or no rainfall is expected. The winds blowing from the north-northwest at 5 to 15 knots. The sea stayed choppy. The temperatures along the coast, a max of 80 degrees Fahrenheit, a low of 72 degrees Fahrenheit. This is along the coast. Inland, ladies and gentlemen, we're going all the way up to 84 degrees Fahrenheit and 68 degrees as a low. And just quickly, let me do this. And in the hills, a very cool 72 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 60 degrees as Fahrenheit, I'm sorry. The outlook for Thursday and Thursday night is for continuing mainly fair and cool conditions with little or no rainfall. If you looked out, if you looked out and you've looked up into the sky, you see that we had blue skies this morning, which is indicative of a high pressure system. That means that whatever moisture there is being pushed out, and there is no evaporation because the winds are coming down from above, and there is very little chance for clouds to form, at least this early in the morning. Eventually, obviously, clouds do form because of certain conditions. But, ladies and gentlemen, the skies this morning were beautiful, were blue. There is a low tide this morning at 11:03, a high tide at 5:08 this afternoon, followed by a second low tide at 23, I'm sorry, and the high tide tomorrow morning at 7:13. The sun rose this morning at 6:25, and the sun sets this evening at 5:35. Also, the moon will set this afternoon 1:02 p.m., and the moon rises tomorrow morning at 1:55. We want to thank forecaster Michael Gentle for this information. Buenos días, compañeros. Un gran gusto saludarles. Ya es que están recién sintonizados al canal 10, Sugar City Morning Show. Son exactamente las 7:10. Hoy las condiciones son tal. Buen tiempo. Tiempo bastante fresco y tiempo bastante seco. Vamos a estar viendo estas condiciones durante el curso del día hoy sobre nuestra área. Así que buen tiempo. Estamos bajo un sistema de alta presión. Si es que te diste cuenta del sol, el cielo hoy por la mañana, perdón, ahí, estaba completamente azul. Precioso, un azul sin ninguna nube que indica que estamos bajo un sistema de alta presión. Compañeros, hoy durante el curso del día estará por momentos nublado, con condiciones bastante frescas, pero no tenemos la posibilidad, tenemos la posibilidad de tener un poquito de lluvia, pero nada. Casi, si es que caen unas cuantas gotas, ¿ok? Así que en realidad, vamos a decirlo de esta forma, no se espera nada de lluvia. La posibilidad existe, pero no se espera que tengamos. Los vientos del norte-noroeste de 5 a 15 nudos, el estado del mar agitado. Temperaturas por la costa, 80 grados como una máxima, Fahrenheit, 72 como una mínima. En el interior del país, 84 como una máxima, 68 como una mínima, y por las colinas, 72 como una máxima y 60 como una mínima. Se espera que mañana jueves y jueves por la noche continuemos teniendo buen tiempo, condiciones frescas y también no se espera nada de lluvia. Las mareas, una baja a las 11:03 hoy por la mañana, una alta a las 5:08 minutos hoy por la tarde, una segunda marea baja a las 12:23 mañana y otra marea alta a las 7:13 también mañana. El sol salió hoy a las 6:25, el sol se oculta hoy a las 5:35 de la tarde. También la luna se oculta a la 1:02 minutos hoy por la tarde y la luna sale de nuevo a la 1:55 mañana por la madrugada. Compañeros, quiero tomar tiempo aparte para saludar a aquellas personas que están cumpliendo años. Hoy, el 10 de enero, y vamos a ver si alguna de mis amistades tienen cumpleaños. Hoy, vamos a ver rápidamente stories. Ok. Stephanie Tillett, mi buena amiguita de Carmelita, ¿cómo estás? Happy birthday, Steph. Juan, hoy cumples, Juan Remedy, hoy cumples 21 años, te felicito, muchacho. Muchos. Y obviamente, tía Jinjin, que la pases de maravilla. Ok. Hoy no voy a anunciar tu edad, pero te deseo todo lo mejor, de corazón. Así que, compañeros, vamos directamente a lo que es este anuncio. Y este anuncio es que hay una casa que se está rentando aquí en Market Lane, una casa de 2 habitaciones, 302-1082. Ese es el número para llamar, 302-1082, para llamar. Y déjame verificar este número, por favor, porque de repente te estoy dando número equivocado. Perdón, déjame nada más verlo aquí. 302-1082. Ese es el número para llamar y está por la calle Market Lane, una casa bastante grande. Y bajando el Belize Bank para abajo, hacia por James. También quiero decir de que el doctor José González está aquí de vuelta y está teniendo ¿qué podría yo decir? Unos workshops, ¿sí? Para aquellas personas interesadas en conocer más acerca de medicina alternativa. Las últimas veces que él ha estado aquí, ha tenido una gran cantidad de gente yendo a estos cursos. Y les quiero decir de que hoy y mañana en banquitas, a las 2 de la tarde hasta las 5 de la tarde, si te interesa saber acerca de cómo curarte, porque en realidad él no te cura, él te enseña cómo tú te puedes curar con medicina china, medicina alternativa, presionando distintas posiciones, distintos puntos en tu cuerpo, haciendo ciertos ejercicios, ese tipo de cosas. Ok, bastante gente ha estado yendo, compañeros, y yo te invito a que tú vayas, porque hay gente que dice, yo la gran cantidad de pastillas y medicinas no los tomo. Prefiero tomarme mis hierbas, hacer mis ejercicios, hacer mi acupuntura o lo que sea para sanarme. ¿Okay? Este señor está ofreciendo gratis este asesoramiento y te invita a que vayas al Banquitas House of Culture hoy por la tarde a las 2 hasta las 5, donde después de la sesión puedes tener una plática personal con él. Así que te invito. También te quiero decir, vamos a leer este anuncio. It is with profound sadness that we announce the untimely death of Miss Elsie Noemi Canul, 60 years of age. She is survived by her husband Guillermo Canul, sons Ronnie Canul, Henner Canul, Peter Canul, Kent Canul, Irvin Espejo, Lucely Bobadilla, brothers and sisters Cruz, Berto Castillo, Omar Castillo, who is deceased, Roger Castillo, Joshua Castillo, Reina Castillo, Perla Grober, several grandchildren, great-grandchildren, nieces, nephews, relatives, and friends. Funeral services will be on Saturday. I'm sorry, on Sunday, during the course of the day. The wake will be on Saturday night in San Antonio, and the funeral services will be on Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. I'm not sure there. I'll have to check this quickly because it just says Sunday. I would imagine that I'm going to be getting this information as soon as I get that, okay? So I will be confirming this with you very, very shortly. También quiero desearles todo lo mejor a todas las personas que estén cumpliendo años y aniversarios, por favor, gócense y tengan un buen día. Vamos a una pausa, compañeros, cuando son las 7:19 y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes tan pronto estos anuncios.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be a horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
They see you and know you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things never run yours. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
Continue staying in touch with your friends and family with Digicel. From now until the end of January, take advantage of our $2.99 promotion and receive an unbelievable 100 minutes of talk time to BTL and Digicel numbers and 100 texts. You can also activate the plan to call your loved ones abroad in Canada, USA, and Mexico. Receive 50 minutes of talk time and 50 texts for only $2.99. All you need to do is dial star 100 to activate. Digicel's $2.99 promotion, now extended through January.
The bigger, better network.
Digicel.
Every day when my daddy gets up to go to work, he says this is for me to have a better life. But I say, Daddy, we have a better life. Mommy don't have to leave home to wash my clothes anymore. We don't have to go all the way to a pump and back home to wash every bucket. No, Mommy just have to turn on the pipe and wash up and make we bathe as long as we want. Even the school teacher make we wash we hand the pipe instead of nasty bucket like before. See, Daddy, life is better. Water the life.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan Muriatic Acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega & Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Down. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a Kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Good morning and welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 7 and today I have the great pleasure of welcoming two more persons who are on the slate for the United Democratic Party for the municipal elections that are coming up very shortly, within perhaps less than 2 months. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome first to my immediate left is Mr. Derek Sambula, no stranger to this environment. Sam, welcome. Good morning and welcome. And my good friend Mandy Usher.
Morning.
Good morning and welcome to the show. I think I've known you ever since all my life.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. And I'd like to welcome you both to the show.
Thank you.
Sam, you are currently employed at the People Stadium?
That's right.
Okay. What made, tell the people, because a lot of people want to know, what made you become involved in politics? What is there, are you responding to some interior call from within? Or is it because people approached you? Or talk to me about what are you offering our people of Orange Walk?
Okay, first let me say good morning, Orange Walk. And before I answer your question, I'd like to thank every single individual out there, household that welcomed us on the campaign trail. It was a warm welcome they gave us, and I say thanks to you people out there. And I know that you're going to support us. Now to answer your question, Emmanuel, I currently work at the People Stadium as a bush shag operator. Before that, I used to work at the years ago. I used to work at the Ministry of Works Department.
But you also worked here as well.
Here as well, yeah. Where I gained a lot of experience at the Ministry of Works Department dealing with heavy duty equipments and stuff like that. Then I remember I had on a shirt one time, right, and it marked like it marked vote for me. It was a shirt that I bought at a store. You had some same guys.
It's just one of those. Those.
So that you had some guys from Town Council about 5 years ago or so, clean out a drain. And one of them sighed, and his son said, "Why don't you give it a try?" Then after I stood up and I said, "Yeah, you should give it a try." So that lingered with me. Then other people started telling me, "No, you should give it a try."
But did you feel that you had some sort of call from inside that you wanted to do it?
Yes, because I started thinking about it. Then I said, let me assess myself.
You assessed this?
Yeah. I used to work at the Ministry of Works Department. I know a lot about machineries and stuff like that. I could operate almost any one of them. So, and drainage and stuff like that, we used to go and do that. I never borrowed nothing at the Ministry of Works Department. When I was working with Mr. Param, he would come and say, you're an operator, and I would like to know if you want to go out and patch streets. I said, of course I will, because in that you will learn. So I went out and we used to patch out San Esteban Road, and fix the the approach for the bridge also, for the ferry. We used to
So
go and do all
this is
that.
important because
So I started
then
to
you
assess
have
myself.
knowledge about
Yes, I do.
repairs and
Yes,
so
I
forth.
do.
Okay, good.
Did you work at Mr. Works, you go to learn. You will learn. I like guys that they know what to do too, right? So I started assessing myself and I realized that yes, I belong up there too. Because I would be an asset to the town council. I could contribute to the town council.
Good.
You know, like you're
I
not
like
bring
that.
you're not bring no old machine and say why this. Because I want to know. You understand? You're not going to bring a starter and say, oh, pay so much for the starter because I want to know. You see? So I assess myself and say, yeah, Mr. Sam belong up there too. And then when I start to meet the people, and I know shame to say it, I start ask people, 'cause at that time my sister wasn't here. And one of the person that asked was Albert Tillett. And he said, Sam, he said, boy, if you could go there, you think you could make it? Go. Everybody that I ask, like, the Orange people became my family then. And I say, yes, man, go through.
Are you, you live in the San Francisco, what area? Uniontown
Union
area?
Town.
Uniontown
Yeah.
area.
Uniontown.
And you have been doing campaigning in that area?
In the east, in Uniontown, yes. Well,
In
I
the
mean,
east.
everybody know me in that area, you know.
Okay, good.
Then I used to work with Mr. Aragon Senior before. I'm a nice guy to work with, yeah, when he was minister.
So you feel that you, upon assessing yourself and upon doing that what you call that search within yourself, you found that, hey, you have the aptitude and you have the capacity to be able to represent the people of Orange Walk and to help the development of Orange Walk Town.
Of course I do, Papa.
Okay,
After doing that assessment, you know.
Mandy,
Yes, sir.
welcome again.
Thank you.
I told you a while ago I've known you all my life because my father and your father were the best of friends, as well as compadres and everything and so forth. But it is a pleasure to have you here. Man, you're currently an employee of Belcogen, am I not right?
That's correct.
Talk to me about the kind of work that you do.
I am employed at Bilcogen as an electrical technician. Presently.
Electrical technician. Okay. So you see the kind of capacity they are in. Electrical technicians to be able, obviously, town council always needs electrical technicians.
Of course, they do. Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, and presently I'm there employed for 9 years. And I'm grateful for being there because it's a nice environment. It's like somewhere that I think everyone wants to work to, want to go their work. It is not a privilege to have at work. I mean, it's very nice to work. My colleagues there.
You enjoy your work.
I enjoy what I do.
Do you feel accomplished
I love what
by
I do.
doing it?
Not only enjoy, but love what I do.
Okay.
I'm very dedicated to my job.
Okay.
Okay. And to be honest with you, when I started working there, the environment was good, but eventually everything changed, you know, and it changed for the better. It changed for the better, yeah.
Okay.
It's one of the best places to be in.
Okay. What made you get involved in politics?
Well, when I graduated from high school, I was out. I mean, I worked in Milicity for years, and I won't say absent from Orange Walk because I was here. It's my town, but I was living most of the time.
Can you repeat that? It is your town.
Yeah.
Good.
Was our town, my town, our town. Yeah.
Yes. No, I like that. I like that.
And to be honest, when I came home after my first kid was born, and I came home, I saw a change in Orange Walk that was different than I left before. You know, and working at BSI, getting employed there, and getting to know my people, my colleagues, not my people, my colleagues I work with, I found out that I got involved in many things in doing this thing. And I started talking to people, and you know what? You should run for politics. You know what? You're well known. Your dad was this. Because you know my dad was known as Chile, and all of us are known as Chiles.
That's right.
I would call us Chilito, Chile. You know, and all of us are known by that. Yeah, and that's
good,
like a trademark. And to be honest, well known in Orange Walk. I love sports. That's one of the things I love the most. And
Football?
Yes, I love it. Not only football, but sports.
Sports in general.
Sports in general.
Yeah, and I can remember when I was behind my dad, me, your dad.
Mhm.
We used to go to Kai or, you know, football and stuff. And everything just fell, just went on the drain.
Oh, we used to
We
pardon
used to
me
have the
for
glory in Orange
interjecting.
We used to have the
Pardon-
glory, you know.
Yeah.
We used to have Raul Pelayo, I think Urbano Cuello, Banja.
Yeah, those
They
guys.
used to once win a team, you know. And I can recall they brought a lot of championship to Orange, Charlie Slosha, you know. And all of a sudden it just fell to the ground. And it hurts to see that from the top we went down, no? And there's something that we can do about it. I want to make a change in that. I think someone and I can work together as a sports persons, improving this in Orange Walk once more again, bringing in the youths to this football again. or
We
something.
have the facilities at the
We have
People's
it,
Stadium.
yeah.
It's not as if we have to construct facilities.
Yes.
We have to go constructing, what you call it. But I think that we need that stimulus coming from some organization. It easily could be the town council,
Exactly.
where the town council is promoting sports as a healthy way of living.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes, and
So that's a vision that you have, that
Right.
where you can help young people, and now the people who are not so young, but to become involved in sports as a healthy way of life.
That's right. Yes, exactly. And that's one of the main keys I have in sports. And there's also that at the same time we want to see how we can create employments in our municipality. There's one thing we discussed as a team that we want to do, and is see if we can have a municipal police department that only works for the town council. The reports directly to the town council. In that case, we'll have our own policemen, municipal policemen.
You mean policemen, full force policemen?
Yes, yes, yeah,
Like we take about the special projects of the police at the Chinese stores and so, you know?
yeah.
That-
You know,
that-
being municipal police.
Not the special constables.
No.
Special policemen under the what you call it? Well, okay. I won't go into questioning that, because that is something that you yet have
Yes,
to be
right.
doing further
Right.
and further
Further
research,
studies and
further
stuff,
studies
yeah.
to see if how viable it is, and if it can work within, you know, it has to be under the command of the commissioner, obviously.
Sure.
So, you know, but
Well, it's-
I'll leave that out.
Yeah, it's
That
just
should
something
work.
that we are looking in ways how we can create employments.
That's all.
You know, and that is something I have seen that no municipality has done or tried to do. To create employment for the people in Orange Walk, to boost up the economy more in Orange Walk. I know it's not just to sit and say, you know what, I'm going to worry about the entire country of Belize. No, this is Orange Walk, and we're going to work for Orange Walk, and not for the entire country, but only for Orange Walk.
What about sporting facilities? How many do we have that where people can go and actually join and say create a team, maybe a community of young men or young women, whoever? Do we have as much as we need, or are we short, or maybe talk to me? We have the People's Stadium. Then there's the Louisiana Field, and then there's a couple of little fields around town,
Yes.
you know, where people join up and play football. Do we have enough?
Of course we have enough fields.
We have enough.
We have enough. We have more than enough.
You have more enough. So what is missing
Well-
there? The people on the fields
Yeah,
And good coaches.
and good coaches.
That's-
Now you're a referee, am I right?
And yeah.
You're
And
okay.
a coach. I don't have the best,
And
but
a
I know
coach.
what I'm doing.
Uh-huh.
You know, like when you have seminars sometimes in Belmopan, and the only person taking the seminar is myself. Only me did it. Last time it was myself and a guy from Trial Farm School. And it's a shame, you know, because these things are free.
Why aren't people
These things are free.
using that, taking advantage of that opportunity?
So right now I had a run at the program right now at People's Stadium with some kids, 7 to like 10. So I started last week Sunday. Started off with 6, but one lot done come ask already, and I really don't want to turn back none. It's a nice program that I started on Sunday. They've been asking for it Fabulous played a big role in it, carries, so he got all the balls, the size 4 balls, and we're working with kids right now at the stadium. And like they would have walked equally, and I explained to them, look, I'm a grassroots trainer, and I'm not here to damage you. Many times you see good kids with potential in the Mundialito. So what that will be your draft player that or go see how they play and bandits up. Gradually it drop off. Because the coaches do not know what to do, they overwork the child.
So you think that's a major problem?
That's a major problem here in Orange Rock. Not only in Orange Rock, because they do not know what I know they blame them or no. I'm not blaming them. Right? I know they blame the coaches. Not at all. Just don't know. You can't have one child running around the people's stadium 3, 4, 5 laps. At the age of 17 years, you cannot do that. You shouldn't do it then. And they do that.
Become overexerted. It's too exerting.
You damage a child, you damage a child. Your bones not well developed yet. You know. So that program I started last week Sunday. This Sunday I expect a bigger crowd at the people's stadium. I love sports too. I like softball, I like football, I like tennis. But football is my thing. And I believe that about time somebody start training kids from small, bring them up.
Mandy, what do you think, between both of you, what do you think that we need to do to develop sports more here in Orange Rock? Because can it be where we need more involvement from high schools or from schools, or develop these programs, or do we need more competitions? Do we need more businesses involved promoting this kind of thing? Talk to me. What do we need? First, Mandy.
Yeah. First of all, I think we need to get involve the business people. That's one of the major things them to do. Involve the business people. And also, we need to have a sustainable program, right?
A program that is sustainable.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Because if we don't have that, then it won't be able to be done. Then at the same time, we need to bring them from small.
Right, that right there.
Right. I mean, we cannot start up here again. We need to start from the youngest one and bring them up and start training them and show them the right stuff, so what to do, how to go on.
Exactly.
Right? But yes, the business people has to be involved, Manuel. Have to. I mean, it's very difficult to be.
No, answer the question, because you've been involved in sports. Both of you have been involved in sports, and obviously you all by now know the deficiencies in the system.
Yes.
You know what we lack, we know what to, and so you bring a certain amount of expertise, experience, and expertise into this elections, which is valuable. In other words, it's valuable because you've been there. You know what are the deficiencies in the system. So, and your input there as to what we need, or it pretty much coincides with what he was saying.
Let's go. I don't want to talk about the school because I am here every year. But I went to La Immaculada School. They work on a good program where every single child plays football, and every single child has to play that
sport.
Right? No, you don't care if they're off. And I use the word shooting or so. It doesn't matter if they're off. They have to get on the field, and that's a very good program because then we start. But then who carry it on from there?
So you think that what you're saying is that the kids 6 to 10 years, they're helping to promote sports, but then there is no follow-up in high schools where it goes from there. And then even if there was, where do you go when you go out of high school?
Exactly, where you go from there. Then the child gradually loses.
So you have pretty much your work settled, because you can get the schools, get some sort of, to include some sort of sports curriculum. Sports in the curriculum of.
It's a good thing for trying to bring the business people that's true, but then if you see you make one start first, before they think about help you, you've got to make a start first. I know that for a fact. And what I do right now, that with the parents, the stadium, and we're working. We're working, and we work with what we have.
How is the campaign going?
Excellent. Basically, we have covered east, most of Central. And let me tell you, Manuel, it is very positive. People are giving us the best of response. I personally, this is my first time as a politician, all right? I've been around politicians, but this is my first time. But to be honest with you, what I expected is different. People out there are really responding to us. They are really giving us their support. They are really behind us in this election. And
obviously, when you go visit, and this applies to everybody, but when you go visit, you talk about what you can offer, but then at the same time, you are also going to be receiving complaints from the people. And sabes que mi basura no lo recogen, mi calle falta, parece chiquero y tal y tal y tal y tal y tal. Si consigues muchas, ¿qué es la queja más fuerte que has estado recibiendo?
Everything. Everything.
Wow.
It's everything. It's garbage. The street, the garbage, the drains, the chopping of the grass. Everything. I mean, it's not only.
They complain.
It's entire East and entire Orange Walk so far. We are getting some complaints.
You're getting complaints, strong complaints from people from all over Orange Walk. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to take a break, but when we come back, we will try to address that problem there. See what you offer to make that change. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back with you.
Thousands of Belizeans across the country are benefiting in the area of education and human resources development, water and sanitation systems enhancement. Funding for these national developmental projects are secured through the Basic Needs Trust Fund 7 and 8 programs under CDB, with counterpart funding by the government of Belize and in-kind contributions by communities. CDB is one of government's strategic partners in answering the clarion call in pursuit to alleviate poverty. The BNTF program is CDB's flagship poverty reduction program that has contributed significantly to the national development of Belize since 1979. In the quest of providing an educational foundation, teachers and parents receive training in enhanced educational leadership and parenting skills. The aim to nurture capacity building, in particular teachers and the development of students at school and at home. In recognition of the rapid technological environment, SIF distributed computers, including smartboards, projectors, risographs, and other equipments to schools to enhance the school's curriculum. Another hallmark of the fund's momentous achievements is in the area of water and sanitation. Access to safe water will enable men, women, and children to meet their daily needs, such as drinking, cooking, bathing, and washing. Access to safe water will also contribute significantly in improving community health and hygiene. SIF, in conjunction with BNTF and in collaboration with the Ministries of Health and Education, embarked on a Wash With Training program. Beneficiaries included the communities of San Victor, Pueblo Viejo, Conejo, as well as public awareness programs. Access to good quality education, both academic and vocational, will enable students, future leaders, to become positive citizens, doctors, teachers, scientists, police officers, entrepreneurs, engineers, farmers, and the list goes on. This means the country's most cherished and greatest asset, our children, are given the opportunity to acquire a quality education in a healthy and conducive environment. The intervention by government and BNTF has resulted in the completion and rehabilitation of 10 schools inclusive of sub-projects in various communities. The completion of solar energy water systems will significantly contribute as an alternate energy source of supply. Since its inception 2 decades ago, the Social Investment Fund has implemented over 500 plus basic infrastructure and social projects across Belize.
The Social Investment Fund, breaking the cycle of poverty.
Let's get ready to rumble! Y'all ready for this?
Get serious. Get bopped. The new Belize City Civic Center is taking shape at the foot of the Balkan Bridge and is expected to be completed by December 2017. This multi-purpose mega facility will boast an air-conditioned interior with a seating capacity of 4,500, a FIBA-certified wooden main court and 3 practice courts, offices, media boxes, and multiple locker rooms, another basketball court with 24-hour access to the public, and parking for 200 vehicles. This $34 million investment highlights a new era of world-class sporting infrastructure for the entire country of Belize. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
I love my Digicel 4G LTE data. Between work and school, I have to multitask to keep up. When I'm on the move, I have everything I need no matter where I go. Whether it's research for school, emails for work, or Facebook, Snapchat, and YouTube while on those long bus rides, Digicel 4G LTE got me covered. Digicel 4G LTE's nationwide coverage is exactly what I need to get me where I'm going. They're truly the bigger, better network.
I'm about to hit you with the word, boy.
The bigger, better network. Digicel.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 11 minutes before 8 o'clock. A beautiful day here in Orange Walk, ladies and gentlemen, and made even more so because it's one more day, and are we drawing closer to the municipal elections on March 7th. It's less than 2 months, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I'd like to introduce Mr. Derek Sambela and Mr. Armando Osho, who are here with us, and for this second segment along with them, we were talking about during the campaign, durante la campaña. Vamos a hablar en español aquí tantito, porque nuestra audiencia es bastante hispana. Mandy, cuando la gente vas a platicar. Buenas noches, vengo de parte del partido UDP. La gente te da sus quejas. Y las quejas son que no me limpian mi calle, no están cortando mi zacate aquí enfrente, tal y tal y tal y tal. Esas son las quejas que escuchas.
Sí. Hay muchas quejas. Cuando estamos afuera y hablamos con la gente, sí, que quejan demasiado de los drenajes. De
agua estancada en sus drenajes.
Sí,
¿no?
sí.
Que es obviamente.
Por ejemplo, tú puedes ir atrás esos días cuando había el
mosquitero.
Esa lluvia con el flood.
Sugar City Morning Show, buenos días, good morning. We lost that. Oh.
Sí. Ese flood en Slaughterhouse.
Slaughterhouse.
Ajá, ¿te recuerdas la calle cuando la señora Sabina Campos le...
Ajá, sí.
Okay. Ya. Andamos campañando esa semana allí y cuando pasamos ahí el drenaje siempre está en desastres.
A eso estás hablando de ya más para abajo por donde viven los Jones.
Sí,
okay.
Sí.
Porque, ¿qué sucede ahí? Y te voy a simplemente hacer un diagrama. Es que baja y luego entonces queda así. Así que el agua cuando tan pronto baja se acumula en esta área.
Sí, pero siempre es como he dicho, no se ha hecho nada de ello.
No se ha hecho nada.
Nada todavía.
¿Piensan ustedes hacer algo sobre ello?
Claro que sí.
Claro que sí.
Claro
Así
que
que, compañeros que viven en Slaughterhouse, escuchen muy bien. Esta gente les está ofreciendo.
Sí.
La llega Spell Batman.
Tenemos mucho trabajo para hacer. Y les prometemos a todos la gente de Orange Walk que así vamos a trabajar, que así vamos a hacer todo lo posible para hacer todos los drenajes, mejorar todos los drenajes, a ver que se chapee todas las casas en tiempo. Y la basura, pues, se van a recoger, las calles se van a reparar. Y les pedimos a todos los Orinjoac que les den la oportunidad, les vamos a mostrar que vamos a tener un gran cambio con este municipal con el concilio. Y eso solo vamos a hacer posible con el UDP 7.
Okay, muchas gracias, Manny.
Sí.
Así que, compañeros, él les está pidiendo el voto.
Sí.
Él y el señor Derek Sambola les están humildemente pidiendo el voto. Algo, something you want to
Papa,
say?
yeah, we're on that's Slaughterhouse Street, right? And
But I'm going to go ahead.
We come down from the east side up to the west side, and the whole area have one smell that is very uncomfortable because the water is stagnant, you know? And I mean, you're going to water truck that the Ministry of Works. You could pump some water in it and wash it out. That thing smell bad.
And you
I'm
know
telling
something, and I'm going to be throwing stones, but that begins someplace around Betty's Lane. Just look into that.
You could wash that out. You could wash out the drain. You have a truck. You got water pump. You could wash out those drains that we got cement that are cemented. All those drains need to be washed out.
Another street that needs urgent attention, I'm just going to quickly tell you, is that it's that market. It would be, what would it be? Bakers. I'll go away from Casa Economica down to where father lives.
Yeah.
Some huge holes by James.
Oh, yeah.
Some huge holes. And to begin to think, ladies and gentlemen, that street is so used.
Trafficable.
Trafficked.
It's
you know?
used every time, every
and
morning.
the thing is that if it weren't for some of the people who live, well, the other day they only patchwork there, but common sense, ladies and gentlemen, if you put in White Mall, that White Mall is just going to last for 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks. And whilst it's dry, when it's raining, it's going to be a mud slide. Very simply. Okay? Why can't, rather than spending $2 million in salaries, and
that's the one next thing.
Why can't some concerted effort be done to try to pave streets rather than having so many people employed with such large salaries? People are questioning that. ¿Cómo es que se gasta tanto dinero en salarios mientras las calles no se están reparando? Pues sentido común, la gente se va a dar cuenta, ¿verdad?
That is true, Manuel. It is perfectly true. I mean, it is something that that we need to work on as a team.
As a team.
Yes, it's not like one person. If you have noticed, we are telling people that we will work as a team, not work as one person.
Yeah, it's a teamwork.
Let me just quickly take this call. Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning. Buenos días.
Good morning, Mr. Martinez.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Sambola, Mr. Osha.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
Nice seeing you there, man. I'm enjoying the show.
Thank you very much.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes. Sometimes I ask myself, has the PUP Town Council done for Orange Walk? There is very little to show for what they have done. But you know, I've heard that they made loans and they owe millions of dollars. They collect millions of dollars also from government and also from the people here in Orange Walk. And there is very little that the council has to show. I think that they have spent enough years working as a town council, and with very little to show, I think it is about time for them to be removed. I want to, this morning, to take the opportunity to congratulate Mr. Sambola and Mr. Osha for having offered themselves to serve the community of Orange Walk. I have never heard of them being that involved in politics. I know who they are. I know the amount of work that they do. And, you know, so it is nice to see fresh faces offering themselves to serve the community of Orange Walk. Some people might say, oh, look, man, they're not politicians. I don't think they are politicians. I think they are just people who want to serve their community. They are tired of seeing what is happening, and they have offered themselves. So I want to congratulate them for that. I know that the UDP team for the town council elections in March, I know all the team. And I feel good. I feel good about the team. I feel confident that come March, there will be a new UDP team managing the affairs of the Orange Rock town.
That's right.
Mr. Sambula and Mr. Osha, I want to congratulate you, for having taken that courage and of having told yourself, I want to serve my community. I've spoken to most of you running for the town council, the UDP town council, and I am sure that you are not there because you want to be politicians. I am sure you are there because as a citizen of this community, you want to see that Orange Rock is in a better shape. So I want to congratulate you. As a matter of fact, the whole team has never been that involved in politics except for Mr. Philip de la Fuente, who was once the mayor of Orange Rock town. And you can remember that Mayor Philip de la Fuente, when he was the mayor of Orange Rock town, he did extraordinarily well. You know, he was one of the first mayor in this country to be independent. He bought his own vehicle, his own transportation that he needed, his own equipment that he wanted to use for Orange Rock. You know, so he's back again. And I'm sure that Mr. De La Fuente, an experienced person in that kind of politics right now, leading that new group, Mr. Sambula, Mrs. Zaida, and the rest, you know, I'm sure that if this team work hard, work together, they will be able to serve this community of Orange Rock. They will do a far better job than what has been done presently by the PUP Mayor Kevin Bernard. And it looks like it's only Kevin because I've never met or heard the others, the other councillors. It's only Kevin who grandstand every time. Yes. Every week he's on the television.
That's true.
He should get off the television and go and do some work. That's what he needs to do. But every time he's on the television, where are the rest? You don't see them, you don't hear them. It seems like only Kevin to try to run the whole town, man. So I think that we have a good team. And so I'm going to congratulate you all, both of you again.
Thanks again.
And the whole team. I am sure you're going to do a marvelous job for Orange Rock town. Man, you will do it. I'm sure of that. Keep on the good work. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother.
And I'd like to invite people to call in and to offer the support if that is the case, because no tengas miedo. No tengas miedo de llamar, no tengas pena. Sigue.
The Cara just now mentioned something very good. He mentioned that what we were talking earlier, this is a team.
I picked up on that.
This is not a one-man
No, it's not.
team. This is a team of 7. And this is what we have, a team of 7 that will work together to develop this community the way it's supposed to be done. Yes, he mentioned about when there's anything done in Orange Rock, it's one person taking all the praise. You don't see the 7 team of the position coming out and saying, you know what, this is what we're doing, this is how we're working. There's only one person standing all the time on the media and taking all the credit to itself, saying that, you know what, I did it. No, it's not about me. It's about a team, Emmanuel.
That's very, very, very important. And I think that your political posture here is telling me that you're going to be working as a team. If the day comes, and I'm sure that the day will come very shortly, when Philip becomes mayor, it will not be a situation where me says so, we'll have to do it that way. Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning. Buenos dias.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'd like to congratulate Mande and Sambula.
Sure, thank you.
I've known Mande Chile Osha all my life. Honest, warm, and a dedicated father.
Right.
He always fulfills whatever he promises to the best of his ability. Moreover, Mande is always full of new and exciting ideas. Honest and sincere people like Mande and Sambula is what we need to develop our town to its maximum. Keep it up, Mande and Sambula.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for that, for those words of encouragement. Again, the words of encouragement that we estamos aquí viendo que la gente les está animando porque quieren un cambio.
Eso es.
Quieren un cambio porque es simplemente un show de una persona ¿Cuándo escuchaste algo acerca de los miembros del concilio? Nunca.
Nunca.
Algunos de ellos ni siquiera trabajan aquí en Orange Walk, de lo que sé.
Bueno, ahorita que estamos hablando, ahorita consigo un mensaje. Ahorita estamos aquí como un grupo, fíjate. Y si te das cuenta, Kevin está en Belice en Love FM solo. ¿A dónde está el grupo? ¿Ah? Es porque no están unidos. No están unidos y por eso le decimos a la gente de Orange Walk. Este grupo aquí es un grupo unido y le estamos pidiendo su apoyo el día 7 de marzo. Y les vamos a mostrar que sí, vamos a tener un cambio y un cambio por progreso en este pueblo de Orange Walk. Van a ver maravillas pasar en este pueblo de Orange Walk una vez que les den esta oportunidad.
Sí, sí. Y yo pienso que un punto que no hemos tocado, y yo creo que es un punto bastante fuerte, es que uno, le conviene a Orange Walk votar rojo. Aparte del hecho que ustedes merecen ser electos, pero le conviene a Orange Walk votar rojo para poder beneficiar, y aquí le hablo al grano, para poder beneficiar de esa relación entre el gobierno central y el Town Council. ¿Okay? Sí. Hemos estado viviendo por ciertos años donde hasta cierto punto hemos sido castigados por las simples palabras que dijeron cuando fueron electos los actuales líderes del concilio, cuando dijeron: no necesito dinero de Barrow, no necesito dinero de esto, que se queden con ello. ¿Ok?
Es cierto.
Pero en realidad, la gente de Orange, él quizás no necesite, pero la gente de Orange Walk necesita ese desarrollo.
That's right.
Así que la gente de Orange Walk merece conseguir dinero del gobierno central. Y qué mejor oportunidad sino votar rojo para poder beneficiar. Si al final del día estamos hablando de que sería un beneficio para todos. Sugar City Morning Show. Buenos días. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Morning, Samuel.
Good morning, my brother. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you feeling?
Morning.
Well, I congratulate you all, fellas. You know what I mean? And today, I mean, Ghana checked out something yesterday, and it actually turned me around on the main street that I right front of the Scotia Bank nearly. Man, our big hole there, I don't know how it actually broke off the wheel. I'm not too far from that, maybe 150 yards from that. Right near in front of, I think, which are the Atlantic Bank there again. One next big whole center of the street, man. I mean, before Kevin made that, I believe I think you should have made a look after that, because people were brought up their vehicle really nice, and then they run down people for their life and this and that and the other, man. Yeah. We can't tolerate that. If we notice something, and I could tell you, gentlemen, we were willing. And when
that's
we,
right.
We don't want to get in there, you know. We want to get in there and make we have one editor's check. And anything we shot, just like what Johnny Brazilian, like what me out and say,
that he start that thing?
Anytime we get in there and we find a lot of money we shot, have them taken to court and either they pay and then go to jail because that's still they convert it. You know what I mean? They convert the money to their own personal use because that's how to make your money shot.
Yes.
Bye.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, and I hope you feel better, Ms. Carla. Thank you. Pues, tus comentarios ahí.
You know, Papa, we have a lot of young boys that ride through in Dragtown now, having nothing to do. I may say that endorsement the last time, right? And if we don't find something for them, if we don't try to get them into something, they will give a problem like how the guys did at Belize City.
Yeah.
They will give a problem. We need to find a way to work with these young guys. Although some of them don't want to work for only 150 a week or so. I tell you that because some of them say that's too light for me. As a matter of fact.
So, I'll be honest with you. I cannot understand that posture. Because I bet I got $150 in our pocket.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Hold on.
You know what I mean?
They say they can make more out there. Right? So, we start one league 2 weeks interval work for them. Like, you take on one league group for 2 weeks, the next league group for 2 weeks. maybe we could work out something with them. When that individual realized that, what, I got to leave in my pocket, I could carry my girlfriend, go eat one ice cream, you know? You might say, yeah, better the work than up on the street because I might end up at jail. But if we don't look into these kids, Canada still kids, they go on, they try to rob you and they grab their girl's cell phone out of their hand and stuff like that. Yeah, get worse on us. We have to find a way to work with them. So this town council, we, as I said, like Mandy said, we're our team and we're going to work as a team. We work as a team, we're going to bring this town council people friendly, which is very important. People friendly. You're not going to try to talk to me and then I pick up my phone and do so because I'm busy right now on a phone call, like what I want to do. You understand me? Really? Yeah, people complain about it. We don't know about that. We attend to you. And we are bringing people to this town council, people friendly.
Yo creo que Orange Walk merece el cambio. Es más, no solo simplemente vamos a hablar acerca de, van a haber cambios, que sí está bueno que me prometas eso. Pero yo creo que sobre todo la gente de Orange Walk merece el cambio. Yo quisiera ver un Orange Walk cuando todos podemos decir, me siento orgulloso de Orange Walk porque mira, tengo una calidad de vida, una buena calidad de vida. Yeah, todos merecemos eso.
And then we have central government with us.
Exactly.
You understand me?
¿Ya me entiendes? Todos merecemos eso. En vez de estar mentando madre todos los días porque no tenemos dinero para esto, para el otro, pues seamos más sensatos.
Because I remember when the Prime Minister asked Kevin Fair, I said, I will help you, just show me how to spend the people money. What did he say?
Yes, that's
who
exactly
right. Who you ask me that? He refused. He refused. So you expect the Prime Minister to work with you if you refuse to give him money at it. All the man wanted to see.
And then
how are you spending the people's money?
And that's then blame the man for not getting because, well, in the first place he never
wants.
He never did present the college.
But
after you have told me, yo no necesito tu dinero, I don't need your money.
We're not gonna no problem on 6 months editing all the time, man. I make the people know how their money is being spent. You know?
Compañeros, yo me quedé aturdido luego de ver ese reporte del Town Council aquel día, cuando tanto ingreso, casi $4 millones, 3.78 millones de dólares como entrada, sí, casi 3.8 millones de dólares que son ingresos del concilio, y eso incluye, y no hagas que ninguna persona te diga por lo contrario, pero reciben aproximadamente $400,000 anuales del gobierno central. Así que si te dicen que Barrow no les da dinero y que ningún centavo les dio, eso es mentira, porque aquí lo tengo enfrente de mí.
They have to get that.
El subvention entra a cada concilio.
That's right. That's a must.
Okay. Cuando te digo que entra cada concilio, es un hecho y está reportado en su reporte del Town Council, que recibieron 400. Estos últimos 5 años han recibido $2 millones del gobierno central. Así que cuando escuchas a ciertos políticos hablando tonteras, por no decir otra palabra, ¿ok? Por no decir otra palabra, te das cuenta que es un esfuerzo. Es mentira, sí, pero más que eso, te está tomando de tonto. A ti, si tú supieras la verdad, que cada año consiguen cierta cantidad de dinero, y aparte del hecho, compañeros, de que todo el dinero de tránsito, de tráfico, ahora el Town Council se queda con ello. Así que yo recuerdo cuando mi hermano era alcalde, no tenía la opción de quedarse con todo ese dinero. Tenía que reportarlo y ponerlo dentro de la caja grande del gobierno. Hoy en día no, el concilio se queda con todo este dinero y lo utiliza. Pero, ¿cómo lo utiliza? Este dinero debió de ser usado para reparar las calles, para mantener las calles bien. Pero, no sé. Vemos que está bastante dinero se está gastando en salarios ahí arriba, con aproximadamente $1 millón gastado arriba, Sí, compañeros, casi esa cantidad. Y otra cantidad fuerte abajo para los trabajadores. Tanto así que entre arriba y abajo y los afuera se gasta más de $2.25 millones en salarios. Y uno se pregunta, ¿y cuánto se gastó para reparar las calles? Y te estás escudriñando, viendo a ver dónde está la mención acerca de reparación de calles, y te das cuenta que es una cantidad pequeñita. Pero dices, pero qué tontería es esto.
You know, he should be giving thanks, because if not for this Prime Minister that we have, the Right Honorable Dean Barrow, who they say, like, he look around and say, you know what, Town Council need to make some more money. I'm going to give them transport. Everything from the village wetland goes to national. Everything around the town, Trial Farm and Palmar, you're licensed that transport. He should be giving thanks for that, because that's a lot of money will come to the town council because of this UDP government. He never wanted the when Ravel may win. I could tell you, because I was around. As a matter of fact, I made a campaign for Ravel at the time. And we walk into that compound. When Ravel won, there was one dump truck. It's a 6-wheel truck, you know. It's supposed to be a 6-wheel truck. It had 4 wheels. It had 4 wheels.
From what I get, Amandi, I know
yes,
you're
Emmanuel, just waiting. Like I mentioned before, this is a United Democratic Party Team 7. And we are united. Estamos unidos todos los 7 para trabajar juntos para el concilio.
Right.
Emmanuel, there's a lot of things that I can sit here and talk about all morning. But I want to tell the public out there that one thing, that we are doing something as a 7 team that no town council have ever done before in the entire country of Belize. All right? We have made a pledge. Personally, let me tell you, when I put my name first before I did the pledge to run as a councillor, I didn't know that the councillors are getting a stipend or a salary, whatever we want to call it. Because all of us have a job. I work, some other work. You have other employees, other guys.
Yeah, everybody works.
All of us have a job. And we did not know that we get a stipend. So we decided as a team that we're going to open a scholarship fund.
That's right.
And the scholarship fund will be based on part of our stipend or salary that we get from the town council.
So you're actually donating some of your salary for the benefit of the people.
That's right. Exactly. That's a must. That done. Right. That today. That will happen.
And that's commendable.
And let me tell you,
I like that.
Yeah, we will be helping the poor people out there. The poor people, you know. I haven't seen this town council done. The previous, the one I have right now, present one, and saying has done anything about it. I mean, I think they are only collecting their salary and bash it down the way they want to bash it down.
Carry that home quick.
Yeah. And if you notice, they're all employed by center. So most of them have a job also. So it's like, you know what? We work for this center, we have to run for town council. None of us are working for center, none of us are, all of us have our independent job.
We're not under command.
Yes. Right? And believe me, Emmanuel, we will accomplish, and that's why I'm asking the people out there for their support. I'm asking them to give me their vote on March the 7th, to give us, not me, to give us the 7th, their vote on March the 7th, for us to do what we are pledging to do.
Lo que la gente merece que
sí.
Right, we asking for that support.
Insisto en ese punto, la gente lo merece. Y no es como si les estás regalando algo. La gente lo merece. Y es tiempo que nosotros logremos lo que merecemos. Sugar City Morning Show. Buenos días. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Mr. Osha, Mr. Sambula.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Good morning. It's a beautiful morning, and first of all, let us give thanks to the good Lord. No?
That's right.
Yes, obviously, yes.
From devastation that we have seen happening in other countries.
That's true.
That's true.
And, but we are blessed as a country, we are blessed as people, and let us continue staying blessed. First of all, let me commend you guys for taking up the challenge.
Thank you, sir.
Getting into politics is nothing easy, you know. It's taking some time out, your personal business, your personal time, and giving it to the people. You know, that is something that not much people can do. You know, politics is being there with the people, listening to the people, and sometimes you wonder, you know, like how some elected officials here in Arindra can be winning without them having that personal contact with the people.
That's true.
You know, we see some councillors who are representing us. They are elected by the people of Orange Walk. They were elected by the people of Orange Walk. And they're like a normal day, you know, going to work, coming back, going to work, coming back. And what about the people? They have not stood up for anything for the people. They are not fighting anything for the people. And I understand that most of them have portfolios. And I will touch one.
Yeah.
Health. Right? And it hurts me a lot when I see our garbage collectors, people who wake up early in the morning, 4 in the morning, to pick up garbage. And I understand that some of them are picking up garbage way up to 9, 12 in the night because we only have one truck.
That's true.
One truck?
The point is that I see them picking up garbage without any gears, any gloves, nothing. Bare hand. You know, I was reading the last time an article whereby a garbage collector picked up a used syringe and he was infected with HIV/AIDS. You know, that is something that
sad, man,
can happen here in Belize, can happen here in Arindra, especially because we see our garbage collectors without anything. They just go pick up the garbage, put it on the truck, and let's go. You know, so also I want to ask the people of Arindra to be very careful with that. Whatever they use as personal syringes, anything to extract blood,
dispose it properly.
Correctly. You know, we have people picking up your garbage without any gears. You know, that is something that I think we have to put some planning into it to ensure that our garbage collectors are well protected. And another thing I want to touch, I listened to the mayor talking about 60 streets. You know, I believe there is one word that is missing of his statement.
Yeah.
He should say the pavement of partially paved 60 streets, because he's not paving all the streets. You know, when he talks about San Francisco, he's actually giving the impression that he is paving the whole San Francisco street. He's just paving partially, you know, a little piece of the street. You know, so I want to ask you guys to tell the people the truth. Tell them what is happening. Tell them what it is. Let us not deal with creating a cloud out there that everything is right. You know, politics is not easy. Politics is hard work. So I want to ask you guys to continue the hard work, continue making that contact with the people, continue listening to the people, continue working with the people. You know, it's great to see you guys taking the challenge. Again, politics is nothing easy. Politics is hard work. And be there for the people. You know, it's very rewarding when people see you on the street and talk to you. They tend to give their sentiments, their feelings about what is happening in their town.
That's
and
true.
It's something that you need to bring to the people for them to know how they are feeling, you know. So we don't see that in our town council presently. We have basically only profilers, people who would put a long sleeve only when they need to be presented on a rostrum, you know, on a stage, you know, where we see them on the 21st walking with their girlfriends and their spouses up the stage. And that's it. That's all we have, profilers. You know, so I want to ask you guys, get down talk to the people. They're the one that elects you. They're the one that puts you there. And I like that idea about the stipend, Mr. Busher. I really, really like that idea. We see a lot of young people who want to educate themselves, people who want to study, but they don't have the benefit, you know, the
finances.
money to educate themselves. And they're very intelligent young people who want to study. And if you guys pull that and bring that to the people of Ranjak, I'm pretty sure we are going to make a huge difference.
Yes, man.
Because an education is very, very important.
It's a pledge and it's part of our manifesto and
pledge.
something we're going to accomplish once we're elected.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks so much, brother.
Thank you for representing me because I will be voting UDP.
That's
right.
Thank you very much, Carla. Thank you very much. Hoy es el último día, la fecha límite para registrarse para poder votar en las elecciones.
It's the last day.
So, to say that in English, today is the last day. And I repeat, today is the last day to register your name so that you can vote in the upcoming municipal elections on 7th of March. Si es que cumpliste años o si es 18 años recién o ayer o hoy, como sea el caso, o si es que lo cumpliste hace 10 años pero jamás te has registrado, hoy es la fecha límite. Si vas mañana, no vas a poder votar en las elecciones municipales. Vas a registrarte, tu nombre va a aparecer en la lista, pero no va a aparecer en la lista para votar en las elecciones, porque obviamente hay un proceso hay un proceso que es necesario, que hay que escudriñar las listas y checarlos bien y reproducirlos y mandárselos a los políticos y a los partidos para que, y obviamente se necesita tiempo para hacer todo esto. Te lo explico, ¿ok? Así que hoy es la fecha límite. Si es que necesitas ir a registrarte, contáctate con esos muchachos, ¿ok? O contáctate con la oficina central en Liberty Avenue, ¿ok? Si es que quieres llamar a alguien, quizás quieras llamar a alguien, por favor contáctate con el ministro o con Yvette, ¿ok? Te voy a dar su número por las dudas, 604-4114, ¿ok? Y llamas ese número y te pueden ayudar con la logística de ir a registrarte. Así que toda ventaja. Hoy es la fecha límite. Hoy sí. Compañeros, hemos escuchado de personas que llaman apoyándoles, felicitándoles. Hemos escuchado acerca de sus planes de ustedes. Ustedes trabajan, pero ustedes han hecho el gran esfuerzo de ofrecerse para representar a la gente. Ustedes no son políticos. Ustedes son trabajadores comunes y corrientes como todos los demás de nosotros, ¿ok? Pero lo que los distingue a ustedes es que se están ofreciendo para trabajar para la gente. Y por eso necesitan o merecen nuestro apoyo. Porque en realidad pocas personas están dispuestos a hacer esto, ¿ok? Y especialmente cuando se trata de un trabajo tan demandante como ser miembro de concilio o para trabajar para la gente, porque sabes que mientras piensas que estás satisfaciendo las necesidades de la gente, siempre habrán personas que no están conformes. Quiero que lo entiendan desde muy claro. Y tener que lidiar con esa realidad, pero mientras que tu corazón esté consciente del hecho, que tú estés consciente del hecho, que ya has hecho lo suficiente, qué mejor que eso. ¿Ya me entiendes? Qué mejor que eso. Ya son las 8:27 minutos. Yo les quiero dar las gracias. ¿Y alguna última palabra en el last?
In unity, there is progress.
In unity, there's strength.
And strength. So, on March 7th, come out and vote 7 UDP. A team that is going to work for the people of Orange Walk and not only for themselves. You're going to have a people-friendly town council. So on March 7th, you vote 7 red down the line. Don't sympathize with nobody on the other side. That becomes dangerous at times. Vote 7 UDP down the line. With Philip as mayor, proven leadership, no care what the people want to say. They can't challenge that man's leadership, none at all. They can't challenge that because at no day he had to rent any truck from Crows up to come and pick up garbage in Orange Walk town. If he would have had to do such thing, I am sure he'd have gotten trucks from Orange Walk to do so. But the talent that he has, he never need to do that. He had 2 garbage compactors and 5 dump trucks. Now we come back to the time where we're wasting time with these trucks hauling garbage. They don't care half the amount the compactors carry. So burn diesel unnecessarily, and you work the trucks there too hard. We're going to get back the compactors, we'll get them going, because they carry far way more garbage than the regular trucks. Great. Efficiency is what we're talking about here.
Mandy. Sí, Manuel, gracias. First of all, let me ask you guys, at on March 7th, you vote for the 7 UDP candidates for us to have a progress for change. We are united as a team. We are dedicated to work for you, the people of Orange Walk. We will do whatever it takes to make that change for you guys. I am asking you that on March 7th, give us your support. Vote for us, for the 7 candidates on March the 7th. Vote UDP down the line. All right? Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you, listeners, for listening to us today, and the callers.
Muchas gracias, Mandy. Thank you very much. Thank you.
God bless you all.
Thank you.
We'll be seeing each other afterwards. Thank you.
Guys, I'm sure you know this already, but the all clear warning is out. We don't have any tsunami warning, so at this moment it has been lifted for about 8 hours now. Just in case you did not know, there is no tsunami warning at this moment. Even though you see stuff on Facebook, believe me, that is not so. We go on a break, and we'll be right back with you as soon as we are through with those commercial messages. We'll be right back.
These sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at DerekGillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with the cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
The Philip Colton Highway between Belize City and the Philip Colton International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section A of the highway upgrading project between Hallover Bridge and PGIA is nearing completion at an investment of $13.6 million. Works include construction of retaining walls to prevent erosion, widening of the road cross section to include paved road shoulders, pavement restoration and resurfacing. The project also includes installation of LED road lighting and safety features such as signs, reflectors, road marking, and improved visibility through the clearing of the road reserve. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Punta Gorda Town now has a modern multi-purpose sporting facility thanks to the government of Belize. The brand new complex is double the size of the prior venue, and some of the features include a FIBA certified wooden court with padding underneath, seating capacity for 1,000, changing rooms, locker rooms, and offices. This $3.4 million investment in the town of Punta Gorda is being heralded by the residents of PG.
I feel very excited because this is first time a port like this is built in PG.
This is a big achievement for the town because we have a lot of the youths there where they come out and want to play ball the same way. And this just put it on another level.
A lot of youths can't even wait to play on the new port because it's so official and it's something new to PG, you know, in a whole.
I have to thank the government of Belize because they look out for PG, you know.
The government of Belize, moving Belize forward. There's no need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters. Belize's northern islands and reef are just a boat ride away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a traffic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
They see you and how you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things ever run you. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
Continue staying in touch with your friends and family with Digicel. From now until the end of January, take advantage of our $2.99 promotion and receive an unbelievable 100 minutes of talk time to BTL and Digicel numbers and 100 texts. You can also activate the plan to call your loved ones abroad in Canada, USA, and Mexico. Receive 50 minutes of talk time and 50 texts for only $2.99. All you need to do is dial *100# to activate. Digicel's $2.99 promotion, now extended through January.
The bigger, better network. Digicel.
And welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros. It's a full house today. And it is my distinct pleasure, first, to welcome immediately to my left, no stranger to the Channel 10 environment, no stranger at all. It's a pleasure to welcome Miss Chantel Casimiro.
Morning, Mr. Manuel.
It's always good to have you here. And obviously, it's always my pleasure as well to welcome my co-host, Mr. Checky, the one and only, Robert Checky Usher. Good morning, Checky.
You may have to say so much thing. Well, thank you, good man. Thank you for welcoming me. It's a pleasure.
You ought to be glad that I said so much.
But I never knew you have to say so much thing, man.
All right. Next time I know better. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, my brother. Nice to be with you, and nice to be with Chantel this morning. Good morning. What?
Chantel?
I feel cold.
Always. No, it's just the AC.
Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Checky, and good morning to all our TV viewers and radio listeners. It's a pleasure being here. It's definitely been quite a while.
Something special going on this Friday.
Yes, actually,
Talk to me more about
yes.
that and how your organization, is it the National Garifuna Council?
Orange Walk branch.
Orange Walk
Yeah.
is involved with this program. I gathered that one of the very, very, very famous Mr. Palacio, Andy Vivian Palacio, is going to we're going to be commemorating really
10 years
since his passing away. 10 years since Andy Palacio died, and in recognition of his life and in recognition of his contribution to the musical scene, you all are preparing something. Talk to us more
You
about
definitely said it for me, Mr. Emmanuel. And yes, it's definitely January 19 will be 10 years since the late Andy Palacio, a musical icon to our country,
January
passed
19th,
away. Yes,
which
January 19th. He passed away
is-
January 19, 2008.
Next week, Friday.
Yes. However, we decided to do a tribute for him for this Friday, and it's the National Garifuna Council Orange Walk branch that is doing this tribute to Andy Palacio. And actually, how it came about, Mr. Emmanuel, the Garifuna Council with Roselle, she brought the idea to us that, you know what, guys, it's been 10 years, and it's her uncle, and a lot of people have commended him for all that he have done when it comes to our culture and our heritage and our roots and promoting our culture and music internationally. That has been recognized. And we said, you know what, I believe we need to do something. And the group decided, you know what, we're going to support you full force. The group decided to reach out to the community, because I must say, since we started, our group is officially it's last year that we became official as a group, but we actually started the year before when we did the Euromay and so forth. But since then, we have been working time after time. This group is not a laid-back group. We're very active in our community, and our community have been responsive and have been supporting us, so we must
How
commend
long
them
since
too.
it's been formed?
Actually, officially, it was last year in May. Official, but prior to that, last year in November, we gathered together, I believe, from the July to start to try to prepare for the Euromay, but officially as a group and recognize that it's there on paper, black and white. It was last year in May.
Okay, great. Now, Checky would be the one who would be able to tell us so much about the contributions to the musical scene that Andy Palacio did.
Well, and if you notice, Mr. Martinez, not to interrupt you, the name of the tribute is The Reunion, because Andy Palacio is well known for performing with the Youth Connection Band and with the Garifuna Collectives, and we're going to finally bring both of those bands together this Friday. So this is, to me, this is a historic tribute that we're going to be doing here.
Where is it going to happen?
It's going to be here this Friday at the Queen Elizabeth Park, 7 p.m. So we invite everyone to come out. It's free of cost. We're doing this for our community, and it's about bringing people together. And the fact that it named The Reunion, it's about bringing his family, his friends, the bands that he performed with together.
And it's absolutely free. So
Free of cost. Free of
the
cost.
Queen Elizabeth Park, Central Park, whatever way you want to put it.
It's gazetted Central Park, but yes.
Yes. But you're going to be there, obviously. You and they knock your drum or
not only
or
that,
strum your banjo, or I don't know what it is.
Not only that,
Or
actually,
play your organ.
we asked Mr. Checky, because Mr. Checky spent, I believe, a decade or so with Andy Palacio while he was here in Orange Walk. So he have, he's part of the Orange Walk family as well. So we asked Mr. Checky to grace the stage for us, not only as an entertainer, but also as a guest speaker, because he knows quite, a decade with a man. Yes, they did work together and build that relationship. So maybe I could allow him to talk a little bit more about
memories. Well, what happened is Andy Palacio is known over the world. But here in Orange Walk, me and him working together, for us, it was more the friendship. The friendship was what mattered most at that time. But we all know that this Friday when the concert will be held is the same day that he got sick 10 years ago. And Andy took a lot with him when he left this earth, but I believe that he left more than he took with him, because he wanted to give it his all. How this transformation came from doing the Punta Rock music and elevated it to the Garifuna collectives is when Andy realized, you know what, we are doing this music, but I want to carry this music further. So one day he told me, Checky, you know what, you are my foremost keyboard player. I want you to be along with me. I am moving, I'm elevating to a different type of musical arrangements. I will be doing it in a more ethnic, in a more cultural way. And I want you to be part of that. In my recollection, I believe that was the only time that I had to tell Andy I can't.
Oh.
Because those time, I was the lead keyboard player for the band at that time, and I just couldn't just walk away and just leave the group hanging.
I can understand that.
Yeah, so Andy had to move on, by himself, but he was not alone because he had the support of all his Garifuna brothers and sisters. I must say that, Andy had that vision. Andy was a teacher at TCC in PG, along with Luke,
Toledo Community College.
along with Luke Palacio and the other Greg and those guys in PG. He was the person that hosts the Garifuna Hour on Radio Belize. He had an Andy Palacio TV show on Channel 5 along with Indira Craig. And then he also had a TV show on BCB, But then Andy had the call, and he went away to London to study in culture and arts. This is when he was feeling the cold. The cold was going through his bones in London. And he told me, you know what, I had to pick up my keyboard and my little guitar and start remembering Belize.
That's nice.
But what better way to remember Belize than in the form of a song? So he was coming back to Belize. He got that guitar and say, "Make going back, yes sir, really going back. Make going back, yes sir, really going back. It happens here, way me no come here for stay." I miss me rice and beans, I miss me swing bridge, me broke down music, me Punta Rock, Friends FM, the Dollar Chicken, the cashew wine and everything. So I'm coming back to Belize. Stop suffering at the school. When Andy came back, he brought a friend with him. And that's when they started this whole copyright organization. That time it was called Sunrise. That's when it started. Some of the first meetings were held at the Belmopan Convention Hotel. That's right at the entrance of Belmopan. I can remember clearly how that was. Then Andy heard the group perform one time and he said, you know what? This is the group I believe could carry me through what I want to do. So he decided to, okay, let's get together, Youth Connection Band, we get closer and closer. So he started performing with the band, but those days, things wasn't like today. You could go in a studio in a half an hour time, you come out, and you're going recording. So he was linked up with some of these guys in Los Angeles, such as Patrick Barrow, Papa Curley. These are the guys of the Key Records. Also Michael Hyde, Juni Crawford. So he used to go to the States and record his cassettes. And he used to come back, And the first successful cassette, the recording that he did was the one, Fire.
Okay.
You can know what, mama, and that the flip side of that was Punta Jam session. You know that time when the cassette come and they call me say meet me at the airport, I give me a copy. You know, then start going back and then he recorded Ereba Cassava. It was so unique that when he recorded the Ereba, the band was in LA as well, so some of the guys from the band went in and recorded with him. I wasn't part of that recording.
Okay.
You know, because he had Michael Hyde and Judy Crawford, who were the main keyboard players, so I wasn't part of that recording. But all of these recordings, they made hit. So, Andy Palacio, sorry, decided to come to Orange Walk, you know, base where the band is. So he used to go around with the band a lot, singing his song, Water, you know, like people like never really know the gist of the music then time it until and they start to spread out in the different villages, start going around, you know, and then, you know, we start to get familiar until people get into the music and like the music. That time, and then I'm the only one who push the music. We must say before that we had the Song City Band, right? With Eden Ramos, Chico Ramos, Chago, Vuda Allen Boy. Then they were incorporated into the Songs Incorporated. Then people started to spread up, becoming solo artists. Then we had the Griga Boys, we had the Punta Rebels, and all the different bands that come up. But Andy has always been a part of bringing up.
Let me ask you a question here. Did the Punta rock movement, did it grow in pretty much the same manner in Honduras? Because I know that Honduras has a lot of Garifunas.
Yeah.
Or was it something that was solely restricted to Belize? Or was it that did it go from here to there? Or tell me more about the regionality of the
You see, what happened is that Honduras, a lot of the Garifunas were directed at Belize right now. A lot of it also comes from Honduras, especially the ones in PG. You know, so they had a guy, I don't know if Chantel remember a guy called Sopa, La Sopa. He's from Honduras. We have Aurelio Martinez, who is from Honduras as well. So the drumming, you see, Emmanuel, the drumming carries its messages, you know, like the paranda, you know, you could fayas across a river, good morning, and they send a message. So when it comes to the drums, the languages are the same. You know, so, but the style of the punta might be a little different, because if you check out the punta that Honduras, it play a little bit more faster. And the one that Belize. You remember one time this Chico Ramos song, What a Nigga Kong Soup, when it was recorded by La Banda Blanca, when they hit Miami with Don Francisco. When Don Francisco talked about the punta, Don Francisco jumped into a pint and started to dance. He said that's the punta, but that's not the punta. Not because if you dance people to a pint. You understand? And then Andy and Chico corrected that. You understand? So that was a big thing, but right here we are focusing on Andy Palacio, right? And you know, Andy Palacio did a lot. If you turn on the Channel 5 news every night, that is Andy's composition. He did that with one W30, one Roland W30 keyboard. One overnight, let's go, Stewart Crone, and we got it. You turn on Love FM, let's talk about love, news and music power. That's Andy again.
Wow, I learned something today.
Yeah, and he have a lot of other things that he was involved in. We did a lot of recordings in Mexico. I remember one time we went to Jamaica and people are wondering, what is this music? He said, I don't understand, but I'm dancing, I'm enjoying. What is this music about? You know, even in Mexico, that's why for the Festival de Cultura del Caribe, they had in Mexico. The first one we went to Mexico City. We performed at the Auditorio Nacional with Andy Palacio. He was the main act for that night. And among big names such as Celia Cruz, Maria Conchita Alonso, Willie Colon, Oscar de Leon, all them big names, Andy was the main act. You know, then, you know, we start going year after year. So one day me and Andy was having a little breakfast. I tell Andy, you know what, buy them people in jam last night, you know. But you know what, I wonder if they are understanding, they are jamming to the rhythm, but I wonder if they understand the language. So, and they said, that's what I want them to do. So we came up together and said, you know what, let's try to do a crossover punta. That's when the Tillamarning album was created. And one song on that was Viva El Caribe. Okay. People was saying what, Viva El Caribe, only the Caribe, but it's not saying about Caribs. Caribe, Festival de Cultura del Caribe, Viva el Caribe, Viva el Caribe. So, you know, the people can understand how the music was going, but the man me like really into the music, and he believed in his culture. I never stray from his culture. You know, it was sad for me when Andy passed away. I know for many people as well, because I've learned a lot. I remember when they had a festival in Mexico City. They had a big parade for the World's AIDS Day that is observed on the 1st of December every year. We talked to a guy, this guy, the Korong, and he said, yeah, we are this. One time we get to find out now, we gonna perform. When we get to find out now, the Monday we supposed to check out, we can't check out because this guy disappeared. Hotel bills are not paid. You know, it's a good thing the ambassador at that time is Alan. I'm not sure if what's his second name. I think he's from the Cayo district. And he came and bailed us out. So me and nigga have breakfast. He said, you know what, Chike, after this, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Let's go to the store and get some papers, and we'll do everything documented. You know, we learned the hard way. Sometimes when we were on the campus store, there was a campus store here in Orange Walk. It started at Corozal in the morning, came back to Orange Walk in the afternoon. Campus store in the entire country. That's when Andy started with a literacy program in the high schools. Having the students from the high school to understand the culture, teach them about it. I remember on one occasion, because something went wrong, I don't know if there was transportation or something, food or something, but on that occasion, and they couldn't have breakfast that day, lunch nor supper, because he had to sacrifice his money to make something happen. And he went through, and he did it, just to make sure that his concert was a success.
And I'm not surprised by that, Mr. Cheke. And you said a mouthful. And one thing he wanted was to keep a legacy, and not only that, to maintain our culture. And that is something that I must say that a lot of us are trying. And I think that is one of the main reasons why we have the National Garifuna Council in Orange Walk, because here we're not a dominant culture, but at the same time too, we don't want to lose it. And most of us are not at that point too that we can speak fluently. So we want to even build on that and improve on that. On that, and all the songs that you mentioned that you performed with him, and the songs that he performed with the Garifuna Collective, I want to assure all residents of Orange Walk and those that are traveling, because some of his family members are coming all the way here too, we will hear those music. That is what we want everyone to hear. And to close off, we want the song Ayo. You know, and that is goodbye. That is goodbye. And that is our way of saying goodbye, but you're not forgotten. You know, and what you have left behind, trust me, a lot of people in schools, I must commend schools, they're mentioning him in schools when it comes to what he have contributed to our country when it comes to music and to the Garifuna culture as well.
So my question is, what time will the program start? What can people expect until what time?
We're asking people to be there by 6 o'clock. The show starts at 7. But be there early, because we have a lot of people. I want to make everybody seated so everybody could.
Will there be seating in the middle, in the mainstream, or there gonna be an impromptu setting?
That is what we're contemplating, because at the end of the day, we want to engage, but at the same time, for some people, they like to relax and just enjoy and take in the music. So yes, but at the same time, we will have some seating there, because they do have some elderlies that will attend but cannot be standing up for the entire time. So we will have some seating there for them, but we really want everyone to be engaged. Go closer to the stage, enjoy the music. It's not for a long period of time. I believe we're just going to have it for 4 hours the most, or 3 hours the most. So we want you to enjoy from the beginning to the end, because that is the type of event we want to have at the ending too. Like, you know, if everything works out as planned, we were trying to get glow sticks, but it's not going as successful, but we might have candle lights at the end, because this is definitely a tribute to him, and we really want, it's like I said, it's historic, and it means a lot to us, and especially Ms. Roselle, because it's her uncle, and we're doing this for their family, for the two bands because he was part of your family as well. And for the entire country, everyone that would like to attend, come and attend because I know he touched the hearts of many and his music resonated throughout the country and internationally.
So, right. So it's going to be the Youth Connection band that's going to be there.
And the Garifuna Collectives.
And Garifuna Collectives is for the very first time. They will be performing
in Orange Walk.
The Garifuna Collectives is a group that Andy traveled with that they obtained the Womex Award.
Yes, that was.
So this is a
that was the year before he passed away.
It's a big treat,
right?
yeah.
That was right before he passed away.
And then don't expect to go there because you hear Youth Connection play. Don't expect to go there and hear reggae music or hear cumbia music. All the songs we play are original compositions from Andy Palacio.
In both bands, from both bands.
So for the people that didn't have the opportunity to see Andy's show, they will be seeing the show because right now I'm incorporating with Joshua. Joshua, remember Josh that was here? The
Arana, he was part
Joshua went with us on tour with Andy as well. We have Bobby and Papi Arana, who plays the Garifuna drums, so we'll be bringing them in. Unfortunately, you know, we have two persons from Orange Walk, two deceased from the band, which is Luis Castillo and Gilbert Armstrong. They are no longer with us. We have Rasche, that passed away, is from Belize City. We have Myrna, that used to be a dancer. But what we are doing, we are incorporate everything just like we used to do it on the tour. So we'll have the Garifuna drummers, and all the songs that we play are songs from Andy Palacio.
That's right. That's right.
So this is esto es un evento especial, compañeros. Y lo voy a decir en español ahora. En conmemoración, en celebración más bien, en celebración de la vida de Andy Palacio. Porque sabemos de que ya no está con nosotros, pero hay que celebrar su vida por todo lo que nos dejó. Nos dejó música bonita, pero también nos dejó el ejemplo de su vida. ¿Okay? Nos dejó una persona que fielmente trató de desarrollar su cultura y de mantener su cultura. A través de la música hizo eso, pero también a través de su forma de ser lo hizo. Sus contactos, sus amistades. El viernes por la noche, en el parque, aquí en Orange Walk, en el Parque Central, se va a celebrar por primera vez su 10º aniversario de la muerte de Andy Palacio, y estarán con nosotros dos conjuntos, dos bandas que tocaron y que compartieron el mismo escenario con Andy. Y esto se trata de Youth Connection Band, bajo liderazgo de Checky, y también de Garifuna Collectives, que por primera vez hará presentación aquí en Orange Walk. Yeah. Así que vengan, por primera vez se van a reunir estos dos conjuntos a celebrar la vida de Andy Palacio. Así que si quieres escuchar la música de Andy Palacio, si quieres tú entretenerte, divertirte, trae tu familia. El viernes en el Parque Central se te pide estar ahí desde las 6, 6:30, porque la función empezará a las 7 y durará aproximadamente 3 horas. Así que es una noche completa que ya tenemos preparado para ustedes. Sugar City Morning Show. Buenos días. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Don Emmanuel.
Hi.
Hey, this is Philip de la Fuente.
Hello, good morning, Philip. ¿Cómo estás?
I'm doing great. Hey, I voy a voltear a mi ranch right now, but am I live on the air right now?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Hey, good morning, radio listeners. I just want to share a little bit of good news with the people of Orange Walk, and especially the organizers of the Andy Palacio event this weekend.
Yes.
Between the councillors and myself, we will be making a small donation towards the event of $500.
Wow!
Okay.
Thank you very much, Philip, and thank you very much, UDP 17.
That's a big smile. That's a big smile.
That's not a small donation. That's a rather large donation.
Well, we know that those things, those events, cost a lot, you know, and
yes.
we wish that we could donate more, but we will be donating $500.
Mr. Philip, we do appreciate it so much. And I do believe you had some relationship with Andy as well. I believe he stayed near you, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Right where I live right now, he used to live.
There you go. There you go. Yes.
He used to live. So, yes, guys, well,
thank you.
Event, and we are see you the night of the event.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your support.
Thank you very much, Philip.
Could you pass like this afternoon to collect the money out at the pharmacy?
Sure, I'll do that. Thanks very much,
right.
Mr. Philip. Thank you very much
guys,
for your support.
You guys have a great day.
You too, Noel. Thank you very much.
Okay, bye-bye.
This is really nice. Una contribución de $500 para este evento de parte de el señor Philip de la Fuente y del equipo UDP del Partido Unido Democrático, de todos, así que del UDP 17 al UDP 17, muchas gracias.
And with
National Garifuna Council, I'm sure, is very appreciative of that.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are, Mr. Emmanuel. And since we're on that note, please allow me the time to mention some of our other sponsors as well. We have Platinum sponsor, Mayor Kevin Bernard and the Orange Walk Town Council, Niche, the Office of the Music Ambassador, Mr. Shine Barrow, and also Honorable Eloda Aragon through the UDP 7. So UDP 7,
so
under the
two
leadership, that two contribution coming through. So Minister mentioned, you know what, this is all for our team. Push them forward. So the sponsorship, we also have gold sponsor is Smart. Our silver sponsor is Shell One Stop and the La Immaculada Credit Union. So the sponsorship are coming in, and I must thank every single sponsorship that has came through, and for all our events that we have had that people have sponsored us. We thank you so much for that. And for those that did not have the privilege to do so, you can feel free to do so in the future, because this is not the last event that we're going to do, and we welcome you guys with open arms. And keep in mind that whatever we do is for our community as well, to embrace the culture, and also it's about bringing people together, and that is why the tribute name is The Reunion, actually, too.
Right, yeah.
So let's come together and unite and enjoy Friday night, because it's going to be a very moving night. I already,
Andy Palacio night.
Yes, it's all about Andy Palacio, a tribute to him. It's going to commemorate 10 years since his passing. So we're actually doing this for him and for his family, and let them know that no matter what, I know his roots is in Barranco, but also in Orange Walk, you're loved too. So we're going to have this tribute here in Orange Walk Town, and we invite the entire community, his family, and everyone to come out and enjoy.
All right.
I can recall, just quickly, I can recall he used to go to my brother's quite often, Raul, to the store. So Andy was a likable person, easily likable.
Very much, very much.
Yeah. Before we leave, I want to say good morning to Nurse Lupe. Nurse Lupe, hope you're doing fine. And I was reminded a while ago, I said, blessing friend, wow, it has been long 10 years ago. It was myself and Andy struggling for life. Thanks for all that you did for him and the rest.
Oh, wow.
And may he rest in peace. Yeah, I remember that time Lupe was sick as well. You know, it's 10 years, folks, but when you hear these comments and this information that I bring towards the late great Andy Palacio, I am not the only one that knows about Andy.
That's very
There's
true.
lots of different people that knows about Andy. So if we will get all those recollections together, then you will know, you know, how much was there. But I try to remember as much as I can remember, and on Friday night I will try to see as best as I can bring out most of the not only the wonderful and the wow moments, but some of the little laid back moments, because we need to do the teaching as well. We need to let people understand that it's not all glory.
Yeah, the behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes and the fight behind it. But Pa, it's time for us to go, brother.
Sí, y quiero darte la oportunidad para seguir adelante y reconocer a las personas que tenemos que reconocer.
Well, first of all, I must thank you guys once again for having us on the show and always allowing us the opportunity to be here whenever we want to promote one of our events or any of our events. And to all our NGC members in Orange Walk Town, you know, our team is working very hard under the leadership of Melissa Castillo, Vice, Miss Nirma Young, and we have a lot of councillors and executive members, and we have a nice body of people. And keep in mind too that we're gonna have recruitment, so whenever, if you feel like you want to join the group, feel free to do so. And actually, we don't close off the group to say you have to be a Garfana to join the group. No, if you feel like you love the culture and you want to participate and just give a helping hand, you can always be involved. We're open.
There's a lot to learn.
Yes, there is a lot to learn, and the experience that you will get is very heartwarming. And I must say that I'm happy that we're doing this, and this idea came about, and we're pushing this forward. Mr. Checky, at one point, you know, it was like, we're not too sure, but we said, you know what, we gotta do this. Yes, and so it's here. Guys, it's this Friday. We encourage you to come out. Take advantage of all the opportunity that is given to you when it comes to learning about music and different people from the community that have contributed to our country. So reach out this Friday. We have at 6 o'clock. We expect you to be there. It's gonna start at 7 o'clock. So if you feel like you're coming from Belize City, you're gonna reach at 6:45. You still have time to make it. You know, you can come straight from work, come and enjoy with us. You know, it's gonna be a night for the family, a reunion.
And don't worry if you miss the news, because the news always repeat.
Yes, at 9 o'clock and the following day, midday. So you can catch your news indeed.
Yeah, and you can always, like I said, catch it 10 o'clock or whatever. Yeah. But this kind of event is not something that you will have all the time. Yeah.
And
it's going to be a one of a kind.
And hopefully we can say it's going to be an annual event. Maybe we can say this is the first of what we intend to do for years to come. So it all depends too on the success of the show, and we hope that you guys come out and embrace what we're offering to you.
Thank you very much, Chantal. Thank you very much, Checky. I'd like at this moment, when it's exactly 8 minutes after 9 o'clock, to thank Maurice and Rahim, to thank all those persons who have anything to do with production. I would like to remind you that this show airs tonight. I repeat, tonight at 9 o'clock. And that nonetheless, even if you don't see us tonight, we will be back with you tomorrow, Thursday, the 11th of January. I want to reiterate that there is no scare for Belize, no tsunami. Everything is clear. Okay, everything, todo está así, que no escuches cuentos de que va a venir tsunami, que todo tipo de cosas. Eso ya pasó, sí lo tuvimos, pero ya pasó. Afortunadamente el temblor no fue de una naturaleza vertical, así que no tuvimos ese tipo de amenaza. Gracias a Dios, si no, estuviéramos nadando bajo agua ahorita. Pero les quiero dar las gracias por su participación y también por su sintonía, aquellas personas que fielmente nos ven. Muchas gracias. Nos vemos mañana a la misma hora. Cuidan, hasta luego.
And tomorrow morning, Emmanuel, right here on the show, we have an arrangement with the UDP executive. Tomorrow morning, we'll be having the mayoral candidate for the UDP, Mr. Philip de la Fuente, and councillor candidate Evan Williams tomorrow morning.
You see? Thank you. Then, nos vemos mañana, compañeros. Ya sabemos que vamos a tener al señor Philip y al señor Evan Williams. Así que no se vayan. Mañana, por favor, mantenernos en sintonía. Nos vemos.
City Morning